Hi, it's Michael. Thanks for being with me. So I'm going to give you a little brief recap of how I woke up to 9/11 and how that led to my realization of the global elite, the Federal Reserve, all sorts of other cover-ups and corruption that is all of us are talking about, ultimately leading me to ET's, free energy, the UFO cover-up. So in 2005 or so, I was at an outdoor music festival in upstate New York, and I heard somebody talking about the official story of 9/11 and how much there was so much dust and there were reports of bombs and so on. I thought it was crazy at the time, but of course I was in an open-minded state. More on that later. Psilocybin was helping me. So basically, months later, I moved to Brooklyn, New York, to be a jazz musician and music teacher. Literature was handed to me on the train. I thought it was crazy. I saw stickers about 9/11 truth, and I thought I would prove them wrong, do some research, and just have a debate with them, conversation. The next day on the train, a couple days went by. Of course, I couldn't prove them wrong because I could definitely debate with them, but the basic idea that our official story couldn't possibly be true is kind of a no-brainer once you look into it. Okay, it's having the courage to take the first few steps and do a little bit of research. So most of my audience has done that, and whether you got into this realm of being awake by way of health, vaccines or nutrition or the economy or whatever, the important thing is that you're a good critical thinker. For me, it was 9/11. It was just such a loaded thing. I was in my mid-20s. Luke Radowsky was the first guy that I met that had a YouTube channel and was making videos, and obviously now he's like on fire. He's just been an enormous force in the truth movement. So basically that's how I got into it. At some point, I think months into it, I thought to myself, oh, you know what, there's a lot of stuff on UFOs as well. Is that disinformation that's just there to cloud the subject and make us look kooky and crazy? And look at Alex Jones. He's so angry and he's spinning everything with fear and paranoia. Is that more disinformation? But he has some great guests and he makes good points, and he's speaking out about 9/11, and his audience and platform was so big at the time. So it took me literally a couple of years to speak out about the stuff and decide what I really believed. But it was definitely the most difficult period of my adult life. That whole 9/11 waking up and realizing so many systems were connected to it, and I had been misled in so many different areas of my life. Before that, I was a progressive, not even a Democrat really, but I was progressive. I think I was leaning towards the Green Party, but I didn't know anything about libertarians. I didn't know much about the political process, to be honest. I just believed what I saw on TV. So 14 years later, I mean, it's just amazing what this movement has done for me, and I'm excited to be a part of it. Thanks for listening.